Hi, in this video, we will talk about path parameters in rest assured. So how can you use path parameters in rest assured? We will discuss in this video. Before that, what exactly path parameters means. Okay, so path parameters. So what are those path parameters? So path parameters are part of the URL path itself. So this is part of your URL, whatever you will send as a GET request or POST request, you will mention like the, you will use one URI, right? This is part of that URL. Okay. So they are used to identify a specific resource. Okay. If you want to get a particular information, then you can use these path parameters. Okay. And then path parameters. Okay. Path parameters are typically used for what purpose? So operations like fetching a so sorry fetching a specific resource by its unique identifier. Okay, its specific unique identifier. So this is a small information about path parameters. These are part of the URL itself. They are used to identify a specific resource using its unique identifier. Okay, so first we'll see the same thing in Postman, then we'll look the same in the rest assured. So for better understanding, so you see here, I have a api.github.com/user/kkabap. So that is one of the users, and then /repos. So this user repository that I'm getting, when you say send, it will fetch all the repositories. You see that repo creation using Postman. And if you go down, so repo using rest assured. So what are those? So those are the repositories which are there in that particular user. Okay, so these are all the users. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I want a specific repo. I don't want all the 7 repos information. I want a specific repo information. So that time we will use these path parameters. So if you go to path parameters here, you see that api.github.com slash api.github.com/repos/user, then slash a particular repo name, test repo. So then you will get that information sent. So you see that it is giving me information about test repo only. So if you come down, you don't see anything else apart from that specific information. So if you want to get a specific information, that time you'll use these path parameters. So here you see query parameters that we will discuss in our next video. But sometimes I don't want to give here. See, I have given test repo, then you'll understand this is a repo. I have given KKABAP. Okay, but what is that? We don't know, right? If you want to put that information means clearly, so that time what you need to do, so remove this, put a colon, okay, put a colon, then user, okay. So user means you see that now path variables are coming, path parameters or path variables. So here you can give user and value KKABAP, okay, and then slash colon repo. Okay, what is that repo? Test repo. You can give repository also. Okay, so now if you see now, so after repos, you are mentioning username. After that, you are mentioning repository name. Okay, so you'll understand easily. If I'm giving these values directly here, you may get confused. So what is that repository? So test repo. Okay, so this way also you can give. Otherwise, you can directly pass this information in the URL. But end of the day, these are part of your URL. So now also if you send this, you'll get the same information. You see, let me clear this, clear response, send again. You see same information. Okay, this is how you can use your path variables or parameters in the URL to get a specific information. So how can you do the same thing in rest assured? So let me go to Eclipse. So I created a class called path parameters in rest assured. I created a method path parameters. Inside this, I'll use rest assured dot rest assured dot given. Okay, rest assured dot given, and inside the given, for this given, you need to provide dot path parameters. You see, path parameter name and parameter value. What is that parameter name? I need owner. Okay, you can give owner whatever name you want. Okay, so normally in the API it mentioned as owner. You can put owner or user, whatever it is. What is that owner or user? KKAB AP. Okay, and the dot, we have one more path parameter we need to provide. What is that? What is repo? A repository, whatever name you want, you can give. So then what is that? Test repo I'm using. But if you want to use this GitHub information, we need to provide authentication also, means authorization. So what is authorization? Let me copy this. It's a bearer token. That is there here. Here in the authorization, you see that this is the information, token information. In the headers, you see authorization, bearer token. This is what I copied. Okay, so that I mentioned here. After that, when dot get, so what is that URL? That URL, we need to take this URL, but we need to mention this in the form of, so here, this is not the one. Okay, we need to provide that information in the curly braces. What is that? Owner, whatever name you give. If you give user, you need to provide user here. And here also in the curly braces, it may mention repo, this information. Okay. So first owner name and then repository name, that we need to pass in the URL. And then also log.body. Okay, that's it. This is how you can pass path parameters in your rest assured. Rest assured dot given. Rest assured dot given dot path parameters. What are the parameters you need to pass? Everything you can pass with the help of path parameters. If you have one more, you can say dot path parameter. Okay, how many you want, you can provide that information. And after that, as this is a private repository, we need to provide authorization. If it is a public, if you don't need all these things, you can ignore this header. But for this API, we need header, means authorization. Okay, and then when get, in the URL, you need to mention this information in the curly braces. Okay, first is owner and repo. Whatever you name you give here, the same thing you need to pass here. Okay, owner slash repo, and then log.body. That's it. If you try to execute this, you'll get the same information. You see that? This is the test repo information. Only test repo information, means with the help of path parameters, you are getting only a specified information. I want information about test repo only. I don't want other repositories information. That time you can use path parameter and you can get that information in the rest assured. Okay, this is how you can use path parameters and rest assured. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for interesting updates. Thank you.